First and foremost, let the entire community know that I'm not trying to call people, individual content creators, that sort of thing out. But when something is a little bit stinky, I'm going to make note of it. And when it comes to the Prydwen tier list and some of the stuff that I'm reading on here, some of the sources, some of the thanks, and some of the changes, I do believe that a lot of this is going to be a little stinky. And the thing that I just wanted to point out before diving into the tier list itself is some of the highlighted items that I'm seeing over here. Special thanks to I Win to Lose and I Am Rivenous. This was his last guide. It was 4 months ago. I don't want to say that you guys aren't doing your job, or you're just not doing your due diligence, or you're not updating your page, or you're not putting in the work to find other creators to get input from, and that's why your updates are delayed and some of them are outdated. But how is this happening? How is this happening, guys? I guess maybe he's providing some help behind the scenes, but the fact that he's not making any videos calls into question the amount of effort, the validity of his calculations, right? If it's not worth making content about, is it actually good? Or is he just on here as like a flex to say that you guys did research when you're just, I don't know, do whatever the fuck you want at this point? It might be a recognition of past contributions. It'd be unfair to take his name off. If they had a Gian rotation from the closed beta test, yeah, maybe that's why he's on here, because they're still using the 1.0, 1.1 stuff, but they're saying it's updated for 1.3. This website is losing my respect like by the hour. I genuinely trust Game 8 more than them now. Antelar is, I believe, the founder of Prydwen or something like that. And he said, overall, I do agree that from the top 3 big games on the site, HSR, ZZZ, and Wuwa, Wuwa gets the least amount of love. But it will change. Just finding right people with knowledge takes time. A lot of CC and TC already quit Wuwa. Here's my viewpoint on the situation, Prydwen. Have you ever considered it's because you're crediting a guy who quit the game? We reviewed it in the last video. You had a Gian rotation from closed beta test on your website in patch 1.4. Have you also considered that because all of your information is horrifyingly outdated, you're saying we're not supporting Wuwa as much because it's not getting as many views? Have you ever thought that you're not getting as many views because you're literally not putting in any effort on this page or this tier list unless the character is Chang Li or Camellia? Have you thought about that for half of a second? This is the follow-up to the previous message. Rank 1 Kurobot on standby. Always here to shill for my billion-dollar company. A lot of CC and TC already quit Wuwa. Probably because a lot of them came from other games. They were never gonna stay. Yeah, also Kuro being Kuro doesn't help, but can't say more. This is what the Prydwen founder is publicly posting about the game. I'm starting to see the whole story now. Maybe there's a really good reason for why there's so little effort put into the Wuthering Waves page, updating the builds, updating the rotations, or just adding, right? Let's just see if they added it. I'm curious to see if they added it. Oh, fuck me. Oh, it's still not there. We couldn't write one paragraph to explain how Age of Harvest Jinxi's signature works on Gian. But hey guys, we updated it. Hey, updated for patch 1.3. I am literally just using what they have posted and what is on their page. And it is so easy for anybody here, anybody viewing this, to draw a simple and concise conclusion. Prydwen.gg does not give a flying fuck about this game. 2 sentences about how a weapon works on a character. How are we talking shit about Kuro games, right? Oh yeah, also Kuro being Kuro doesn't help, but I can't say more. And then not put in the effort to write a fucking paragraph. Oh yeah, Wuwa's not doing that well on the site. I wonder why Wuwa's not doing well on the site. Let's see the rotation. Let's just see if Gian has a different rotation now. All right, yeah, these guys are fucking cooked. Okay, yeah, it's over. We're done. The Gian rotation from the closed beta test. Guys, why is nobody looking at our guides? I had all of those public Discord messages available. I had everything good to go, and I just decided to wait on it to give Prydwen the benefit of the doubt. We're asking I Am Rivenous for his opinion, and then he messages back, I'm not playing the fucking game anymore. Stop asking me. And there's like, shit, I guess we can't change anything. We can't ask anybody else. Oh, fuck it. Just update Chang Li. Just update Chang Li. Let's get into the changelog. In this tier list update, we're adjusting a number of character categories to reflect their most competitively played role in endgame with S6 in mind. We're also expanding the selection of characters marked with the expert tag and removing the risk tag, as the newer expert tag makes it redundant. Thank you all for the feedback. Send our... Guys, we can put this into Grammarly at least a single time, right? Sent our way, especially Ethan, Gotcha Smack, Sarah, Sweat, and Thunder. I think I know a lot of these people on here. Ethan with the 5 gifted. Hey, Ethan, if you're gifting me 5 subs, they're about to take you off this changelog right now, buddy. Hey, Ethan, you're about to pay me and lose some street cred. Low key, I wouldn't even want to be on here. If I was Gotcha Smack or Sweat Thunder Sarah, I'd ask them to take my fucking name off, to be honest. I was one of the first individuals that gave Prydwen some critiques for their video, and I guess because I wasn't slobbing Prydwen and Antiliar's knob throughout the entire video, they basically reduced my video to just rage bait. Antiliar was like, oh, he has a couple of good points, but you know, this video is really just trying to discredit our entire list. You are basically just airing all your dirty laundry like this from 1.0 to the entire player base. Me calling it out is not rage baiting. This is you guys creating bad, outdated content and then getting mad that you got caught. That's what it is. You are just mad and sad that you got caught and called out because nobody was doing it before. One thing I didn't mention on stream that I should have is the fact that one of the creators that Prydwen has personally thanked for the updates on the tier list is actually one that is actively leaking content on Wuthering Waves 2.0. They have 2 11-minute videos on the kits of Carlotta and Roshia, who naturally have not been revealed yet. This is what Prydwen does. They don't double check and they're lazy. Great job, guys. Getting into the list of the actual characters themselves. Danjin has value, both thanks to her damage output and buffs at S6, and so we're moving her to the hybrid category to better reflect her not being a pure damage dealer. Also, as mentioned above, we're exchanging her risk tag for the expert instead. You know what, guys? I'm cool with this. I love the reasoning here. Chang Li, we're adding the expert tag to Chang Li in recognition of her more challenging playstyle when compared to other characters. As a result, we're lowering her placement half a tier for the average player. But as per the expert tag, for those who can play her optimally, her ranking remains unchanged. Awesome, so we just repeated the definition of the expert tag because we really didn't want to make this change. Basically, Chang Li floor is already at a very decent level, but her ceiling can only be reached if you know what to do. Congratulations, that is what every CC that commented on your list said. But again, I saw you in Discord trying to argue with all of them. You were like, you know what? Every CC and every person we've talked to has said this about Chang Li, but I still think they're wrong. Jianshin and Yang Yang are moving into the hybrid category to better reflect their position in the compositions and playstyles of the current meta. It turns out bullying works, especially in the gacha space. Them not having the calculations available because they finally done their job, I can understand that, right? They're probably asking I am Rivenous and he's like, fuck off, I don't play the game anymore. Jianshin's shield scales off attack. It does not scale off defense. Maybe you guys need some help. We're moving forward with shifting Alto into the damage category. At best, he is a backup for Jian if Mortiphy isn't an option. The next character gains 23% arrow damage deepen. Alto is literally a hybrid character. Deepen was also depreciated in 1.1. Yeah, that's why I always call it amplification now. We're using language from 1.0.
How did they get you in 4K? That ain't me.
I'm just on Shorekeeper the entire time. Not even using quick swaps, right?
Step back. Pleasure doing business. You blink, you miss. Tell short. Good time. Speed right.
Unusable. Danjin gives big buffs, so we're moving her to hybrid, but Alto is just like, fuck his buffs, we don't care. We're adjusting the rank of Yanwu and Spectral Rover. Neither Yanwu nor Spectral Rover have high meta relevance. Spectral Rover is in the hybrid category. The hybrid category implies that they're able to buff. Character that heals their team and stops time for 3 seconds is a sub DPS buffer. They don't have the heal tag. Tao Chi has the heal tag when she only heals herself. Spectral Rover heals the entire team and they don't have the healer tag. Yan Wu has a shield and he does not have the shielder tag. Did we actually just not look at their fucking kits? We're just missing basic tags like heal on here. We don't have a shield for Yan Wu. Why is our Wuwa page so unpopular? You know what? Everything is Kuro's fault. Is healing the only thing Baizha does? Because if you just read Baizha's baseline kit, I think you'll find that, wow, this character does coordinated attacks. Right fucking here. But guess what? We only put the heal tag for the character. Hey, but we're gonna put it for Verena. We need the CCs and the TCs to tell us to put the coordinated tag on Baija. We need CCs and TCs to put the heal tag on Spectra Rover and the shield tag on Yanwu. Prydwen, it's literally this easy. You just click this button and the game tells you. The game tells you exactly what tags you need to put. It's like, we go through the roster, we're like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you a lot. Hey, I love you a lot. Fuck you. Hey, you're good, you're good. Fuck you, fuck you. That's just what it is. So first, I've got to click C. I've got to go to Spectra Rover, right? So that's a couple of clicks right there. I got to go into the sequence node menu, right? That's 3 clicks, and I got 4 clicks is too fucking much. Prydwen, if you thought my last video was me trying to discredit the entire website, you were wrong. This video is me trying to discredit your entire website. You guys were talking a lot of shit about CCs, about TCs, about Kuro, and implicitly, me as well, by not even including me on the list. And you know what? It's kind of odd to talk all this shit from a glass house. Is ST short for STD? What does this mean? Guys, Havoc Rover is not ult reliant. We're just gonna ignore her entire Forte circuit. Ling Yang and Calcharo are liberation reliant characters, but Encore is not. The tag inconsistency is just another nightmare. This discussion has just gotten worse and worse with every layer we peel back. It's like an onion that's rotting from the inside out. Let's take a quick break for questions. How do we feel about these changes? Game 8 better, I guess. Holy, this guy loves yapping. They have 3.0 builds. Trust the process. Jian should be tier 1. You're banned. Why is Sanhua T0? I don't know. Sanhua deals more damage than Jinsei. That's why. Mods, time him out. There was a really funny photo shared by one of my friends, Captain Cabinets. Guys, I went easy. I went easy on Prydwen in my last video. I went so easy on them. This is what it looks like when I'm actually trying to discredit your entire website, Antiliar. This is what it looks like when I'm actually doing that. When somebody is throwing you a bone and giving you an opportunity to fix your mess that you created, that you blame everybody else in the community for. Every other person. Even going so far as to blame Kuro Games themselves. You want to know what Kuro Games did to make your job easier, Antiliar? They added tags for every single character in the game. And it says right here, you know, things like coordinated attack, damage amp, right? You can just copy and paste these, right? And put it on your website. The devs literally made your job easier. They literally made it easier. I gave you guys over a week. You said you were gonna update this shit at the end of the week. Sunday passed, Saturday passed, next week started. I waited even 2 more days, right? I waited even 2 more days until Tuesday, past the end of the week. And this is what you produce. A Baija without the coordinated attack tag. That's crazy.